Really tragic story here. We have learned new information that the 33-year-old social media model was strangled to death. That's according to the Fort Bend County Medical Examiner's Office, and police are also now trying to figure out a timeline of when this all may have happened, and also shared with us that they have not seen any signs of forced entry to the apartment. The details still murky as to what led up to the horrific murder of 33-year-old Janae Gagnier, known as Miss Mercedes Morr on social media, with a following of 2.6 million.
We want to find out why her, why him.
The body of the woman was discovered Sunday afternoon inside her apartment at the Cortland Sugarland complex. According to the medical examiner, she died of strangulation and traumatic concussion in what police are investigating as a murder-suicide. A second body also found. Richmond police say it belongs to this man, 34-year-old Kevin Accordo, who died by suicide caused by multiple sharp force trauma.
We found her in her apartment doing a welfare check. People haven't heard from her in a couple days.
It was the woman's family that called police asking for a welfare check on Sunday.
All right, what's going on, y'all? It's your guy Tez the Fi.
Your boy CJ 100.
And we are
the 5100 Podcast. I want y'all to make sure that you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can get all of our content as soon as it drops.
Yes, sir. So, y'all, on this reaction video, we want to talk about the Mercedes Morr situation.
Yes.
First of all, we want to say RIP to her. You know, we want to give our condolences to her family and friends.
Especially her father, man.
Yeah.
He was the one that found her.
Yeah.
And saw the whole
situation.
I couldn't imagine as a father seeing my daughter, bro.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Just like she had a few million followers, that's all fine and good. But she was a person, and we miss her a lot.
Searching us out to get the facts. Janae was loved, funny, goofy, crazy as hell. I know, and I shouldn't say that about my daughter, but that's my daughter.
2.6 million followers on Instagram knew her as Mercedes Morr. What happened on Sunday was the family's worst nightmare. Attacked, they say, by a stalker.
How this guy found her, I don't know, but me walking in and finding my daughter and finding him committing suicide was just something that a parent should never bear.
She's very cautious about her surroundings.
But we did want to dig deeper into this conversation.
Yes.
From a different viewpoint as well.
Yes.
We definitely want to kind of speak on it from the lifestyle. You know, she was an Instagram model. I think she had some stripper ties under her belt. You know what I'm saying? So, not to say that she deserved what she got at all
right now,
but we kind of wanted to talk about the lifestyle, that hot girl summer, and the
OnlyFans culture,
the
booty pics culture. It's not that you deserve any bad thing to happen to you, but you got to kind of understand the world we live in.
Right.
It's it's not simple.
Yeah.
It's not as simple as I want to do this, I'm safe, I can do what I want, I can make the money I want. Some of these things come with a price. The world is balanced.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've learned is you ain't gonna get away with too much. The world is what the world is.
Yeah. So we really wanted to talk about that side of it. We really wanted to speak to young women about the people that you kind of looking up to, kind of who you idolizing and stuff.
Right.
The Cardi B, the Meg the Stallions, the Lizzos, all of these people that kind of, talk about a lifestyle that's just so glamorous, but they don't show you the repercussions.
It's like street rappers and trap rappers that glorify all the women you get, the money you get, the making going to jail and all that stuff sound glamorous, when the reality is it's not
at all.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. Of course, we did some research, kind of looking deeper into the case, looking deeper into the situation. So we don't know what really happened in this case. Allegedly the guy that committed the murder,
right,
was a stalker. You know,
I heard a lot of that.
Yeah, reading different articles, you hear a lot of different things. So, you know, allegedly he was a stalker. He broke in. That's one story, but in another story, it was no forced entry into the home. So, it's so many different stories. And like I said, I don't think nobody knows the truth right now, but them two when they gone. This just shows how that lifestyle is not as glorious as certain artists portray it to be.
At least not all the time.
No.
When I was looking into these articles, I was seeing a lot about the no forced entry. First it was forced entry, then it wasn't. And one thing that stuck out to me, that they're saying it's a murder suicide. That could be true. Nobody really knows. And before I even get into that, I find it funny how the same women that will be like Black Lives Matter and you can't believe the police want to believe the police in a situation like this because it kind of fits the narrative. But that's another story for another day. But he had multiple stab wounds to the neck. That's weird.
It is.
That doesn't sound like killing yourself.
Nah. If you gonna take yourself out, there's much more efficient ways to do so.
Right.
You know,
I can't see multiple stab wounds to the neck. Maybe one.
Right.
But 2, 3 of them, I don't know. So this whole situation is just...
It's just sketchy.
Right.
So, speaking to the young women, this one of these situations here that should show you that, hey, that lifestyle does have some negativity too. Like, it ain't just this glorious, you go out, you mess with the ballers, you get you a sugar daddy, you mess with the rich, the most popular guy. It's circumstances, it's consequences to them actions sometimes. And to me, that's what it seemed like this situation was.
I agree.
You know, we don't know the facts.
But from outside looking in, that's what it seemed like.
It seemed like this guy was expecting something. He didn't get that something. It turned into a fight. And unfortunately, 2 people lost their lives in that fight.
And what's ironic to me is that everybody's going straight to stalker. Not ironic, but it's just weird. Yeah. It's like, how do you know? And so this is my thing. This kind of ties into pretty privilege in a way. It's like, it can't be that she did anything wrong. And I'm not trying to say she did. I'm just saying, they're not even open to that.
No.
It's just, they're talking about this guy and don't know his intentions. We know he a piece of shit. He killed a woman. Like, that's not in question. But the question is what happened?
Right.
Why? Like, you can't just jump on one narrative and expect for it to make sense to everybody.
But see, that go to your earlier point, which is when it's a narrative that benefits that group,
right,
it's fine.
Right.
We don't need real detective work here.
Right.
He was a stalker, he did it, and it's over with. But any other situation, we need to investigate. We need to look deeper into it. And that's why we decide to speak on this topic, is because we don't know the truth.
Nobody does.
Right. So we can't just have one narrative. That's why we wanted to speak on another narrative. And we also wanted to speak to young women who want to live this life, want to glorify and go down this path.
This is why y'all need to start listening to men sometime. As a father, I tell my child's mother, I'm not into her wearing, my daughter's 6. I'm not into her wearing lip gloss like that. I don't want her wearing certain kind of clothing, other than stuff for cheerleading, which is, Lord have mercy. But it's okay. You know what I'm saying? But I say that because I'm looking at the future.
Yeah.
And what's going on today, you see more and more girls wearing leggings, little bitty shorts, and it's like, well, men should look at her like that. Men do. There are some sick men out there. There are some men that look at that and be like, why is she dressed like that? And look like, that's me. I look at her and be like, why she got that on? Then I'm looking away. Like, that's done. But you got sick guys.
Yeah.
That exist. I hate they make the argument when they want to make the argument about sick men, but then they'll go against that same argument when they want to wear what they want to wear and do what they want to do. It's not that you can't do what you want to do, ladies. It's that you got to understand the world you live in.
Right.
It's serious out here.
We talk about this all the time. You got to look at the temperature of the room. And you know, regardless of what happened, that guy is a sick man. Regardless of what the stuff we don't know about.
He's fucked up.
He fucked up.
Yeah.
It ain't no way around it.
Facts.
But what we are saying was, this lady did put herself in a position, and people don't want to say that.
No, they don't.
People want to.
They want to be politically correct.
They want to tiptoe around the facts that she didn't deserve it, which she didn't.
No.
But we talk about this all the time. You don't come to no man's house at 3 o'clock in the morning and think he finna do Bible study with you. That ain't usually what we calling you for around that time.
No.
And in this situation, it is a lot sadder because people lost their lives.
Right.
But it's similar in the same way because we don't know the inner workings of their relationship, but we know what's something going on.
Because she had OnlyFans. She supposedly, allegedly, was a stripper.
Mm-hmm.
And I followed her. Well, I ain't follow her, but after I found out about the news, I went and looked at her page.
Yeah.
Provocative pictures. And look, man, that doesn't mean she deserved what she got. We're gonna keep saying that.
Yes.
It does not mean that. But let me ask the people a question. Let me ask you a question. Why do you put on a safety vest when you're working in a warehouse?
To stay safe and to be discovered. Identified.
So you mean to tell me putting on little booty shorts don't highlight ass?
It does.
Now that doesn't mean a man has the right to come fuck with it, but it's definitely raising eyebrows.
And we
never going to stop.
No, and
that's never going to stop.
We done talked about this too. The attention the appearance gets you the attention. We address the disconnect. We did an episode about that. What you wear matter. What you wear is gonna control who flock to you.
That's a fact.
You know, and this man was a sick ass dude, but maybe the way they got in connect was through them pictures, was through that OnlyFans. You know, that's why we saying it's consequences to these things. It's not just all money, glory, partying, going out every night, men flying you out. What if that man wants you to do something you don't want to do?
That you ain't comfortable with, but you already took the flight. It's that type of stuff. And it's like, I can hear the women now, they shaming the victim. It's like, no. I'm shaming the lifestyle.
That's it.
Because the lifestyle to me is not safe for women. It's like y'all want the right to do everything, and I get that. But nobody cares about that in the real world. People want what they want, and some people will do what the fuck they gotta do. You can be in a non-outfit, you can be in some booty shorts and still get the R word. Somebody can still R word you. That is true.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, if you come out in front of a R guy, you know what I'm saying, and you're dressed provocatively, and you got a woman next to you dressed in a non-outfit, most likely he's coming at you. You know how I know that? Because when I want to smash a girl that I'm going to get consent from, I do the same thing.
Yeah. And it's not in a sick way.
No.
It's just my eyes see two breasts halfway out. So my mind go to, I wonder what the whole thing look like.
And then it's whether you're going to let me see them or not. The truth is they're more available because you have half of it out.
Correct.
Like understand how the brain works.
Yes.
We seeing what we see.
Yes.
And men are visual. Does not give nobody a right to come touch you,
no,
R-word you, none of that. But you have to understand the position you're putting yourself in.
Yes.
I'm not blaming you. The person to blame here is the man that killed her.
Correct.
We're not trying to say that's not the case. All we're trying to get y'all to understand is the clothes, the hair, the dressing provocatively,
the twerking,
you opening a door. More girls' ass gonna get smacked at twerk in the club.
Facts.
Than when they go to church on Sunday. It's just the reality.
Yeah.
It's where you put yourself. Don't look at me like I'm crazy when I go into a redneck town and be surprised if some racist shit happens.
Right.
Like, what am I expecting?
Exactly. Yep. And look, to wrap this up, once again, man, RIP to this young lady.
So
if all y'all heard was us victim blaming, you didn't hear what you was supposed to hear.
You didn't listen.
You didn't listen at all. We want to make sure that women understand that the glorified part of this lifestyle is not the only thing that come along.
It's not. It's much more.
Much more. And I can only imagine my daughter being
Come on,
flued
bro.
out.
I got a daughter, bro.
Come on, bro. And just going in the random men's house. You don't know these guys' intent. Or you might know their intent, but you don't know how sick they are.
Did you hear what the father said when he was talking about her? He said she was crazy. He was joking when he said it. What do you think he meant by that? Me personally, she probably wouldn't listen.
Yeah.
It was nothing he could tell her.
Nope, she just wanted to do her.
He didn't say that for nothing.
And bro, how often do we hear that? How often we hear women say, I'm just gonna do me?
Kevin Samuels pointed that out so many times. We asked him, you talk to your father about this? It was like, he's not gonna understand. He's like, nah, anything he ain't gonna understand. He gonna want the best for you and tell you what it is.
He gonna tell you, don't take your ass to dude's house. So y'all look, once again, RIP to Ms. Moore. You know, the guy was sick. We gonna keep saying that. That's done. He was a sick individual.
Facts.
But there are consequences to that lifestyle.
And Cardi B, I saw the video that she made or whatever. No, it was an article I saw. And she was like, y'all just can't wait to hate on a bad bitch. It's like, women, when we all understand we're not trying to control you, we're not trying to hate on you. We're just being real.
That's it.
You can do it. That's on you. I'm not gonna stop you from doing. I can't stop my daughter from doing it one day.
You can't.
All I can do is tell you.
That's it. And that's all we wanted to do to the young ladies on this video. Let y'all know, hey, it's consequences to these actions.
Yeah.
So y'all, on that note, we gonna wrap this one up. So for your guy Tez the 5,
your boy CJ 100,
we are the 5100 Podcast. Also, visit our website. The website is the5100podcast.com. Check us out. Join our newsletter for exclusives. You know, we gonna have a lot of big things coming for that in the future. So please check out our website, the5100podcast.com.
And before you leave, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button for us, and also hit that notification bell so you can get all of our content as soon as it drops. And when you hit that bell, make sure you click all next to it. That means you get everything we drop.
Yes, sir. Come on. The likes help the algorithm. It help your boys out.
Yeah.
We looking for that, you know.
Yep.
So, on that note, we going to wrap it up.